This video is not intended to prepare personnel to implement ventilation changes without the assistance of a qualified industrial hygienist or healthcare ventilation engineer. Welcome back. This is video 2 in our Project First Line series on creating negative pressure rooms and areas. In healthcare facilities, there are a few reasons to convert a room, area, or space from positive or neutral pressure to negative pressure. Each time you convert an area to negative pressure, you will need to take several factors into consideration. The first factor to consider is choosing the right-sized fan to ensure your facility's objectives are met. The objectives might be as simple as achieving negative pressure, or they might be to achieve negative pressure following the Airborne Infection Isolation Room, or AII room standards. These standards require negative 0.01 inches of water column pressure and 12 air changes per hour. Another consideration is making sure surrounding room pressures and air changes per hour are not affected. Because the building HVAC system serving the surrounding spaces was designed for the specifics of these areas, care must be taken to avoid changes to them when converting a nearby room from positive or neutral pressure to negative pressure. A third factor to consider is where the air must be exhausted. The Code for Ventilation of Healthcare Facilities, ANSI/ASHRAE Standard 170, requires all air in new rooms to be exhausted directly to the outside. It is important to do everything possible to exhaust the air outside. This method has the fewest single points of failure, which ultimately best protects the staff and other people in the building from airborne germs. One way to exhaust the air to the outside is to tie into an existing exhaust fan serving other rooms and increase that fan's motor size. A simpler solution may be to install a HEPA-filtered fan or negative air machine and blow the air directly outside through a window. However, if an existing facility is converting a room to negative pressure to have additional capacity, for instance, in the event of a surge in patients requiring negative pressure rooms, exhausting to the outside may be challenging. It is also very important to understand that existing exhaust ductwork should never be pressurized by a HEPA-filtered fan or negative air machine. The building's exhaust ductwork was constructed to operate under low pressure from a fan that pulls air into it. The ductwork used for fans that supply or push air through the ductwork has more stringent construction requirements to ensure it can withstand the higher static pressure. Think of this concept as a leaf vacuum versus a leaf blower. A leaf vacuum has enough energy to pull in nearby leaves, while a leaf blower has enough energy to blow leaves a much further distance. Sometimes, exhausting the air for a converted negative pressure room, area, or space is very challenging, but it is always worth engaging a multidisciplinary team to explore all options. In our next video, we will look at the second best option for exhausting air, exhausting to the corridor.